Hello, JCU alumni and friends. I'm Luke Petoskey, class of 2022, and alumni engagement specialist here at John Carroll University. I am back with another edition of our Young Alumni Spotlight, where we highlight the stories, journeys, and continued success stories of our young alums. Our guest for today's episode is Pam Anson from the class of 2010. Pam, thank you for joining me today, and I want to start by giving you the chance to tell our Blue Streaks that are watching who you are.
Thanks. I'm Pamela Anson. As Luke said, I am from the class of 2010 and recently was promoted to the president and CEO position at the Better Business Bureau serving Greater Cleveland. So my story's probably a little different than a lot of others. I actually grew up around the university. In first grade, my mom started working in the business school and held a few positions there where she ultimately worked as the director of sponsored research. And I just really got to hang out around campus with other kids who also parents worked there. So I really got to appreciate, one, how gorgeous the campus is, how fun it is to be around everyone. I got to know some professors at a really young age, and it was a really easy decision for me since it always kind of felt like home. I still think the people, there is so many great influences at John Carroll and the programs that they offer. So I had a really great experience at Kappa Delta sorority when they were located on campus, just meeting people who wanted to do things like I wanted to do and had a shared interest. So helping others and, having mixers and doing Greek week with other sororities and fraternities on campus. And meeting other people who wanted to be in the same field as I did, and kind of seeing where everyone ended up was a big influence. And like I said, even a lot of those professors just really make a difference in how you're building your career and what you want to do. And even that men and women for others at John Carroll really just always stuck with me. Yeah, I was a communications major with a business minor. And I studied a lot about management and leadership, and that really helped shape my career. I think some of the most important things that you can do in life is to be a good leader and learn how to communicate with all different types of people. I always say that as a supervisor or manager or a leader, you are going to treat everyone differently because everyone communicates differently. Everyone is a different person, but you still have to treat everyone equitably. And I think that's a great lesson that I learned at John Carroll. And I had an interpersonal communications class, and it really talked about the importance of communicating differently with other people and how to be an active listener. And that really stuck with me throughout my leadership. The Better Business Bureau is a nonprofit organization, and we're here to pretty much, in really simple terms, create trust in the marketplace. And we do that through accredited businesses, and we offer a lot of support to businesses in the communities. We have networking events, workshops to help them grow, offer things like workers' comp programs to help save money and discounts on things that businesses might need. And we help consumers find businesses they can trust. So our accredited businesses will go through a vetting process in order to become accredited to make sure that they're trustworthy businesses. And then besides the business side, we do a lot for the community. We will go out to senior homes and help protect seniors and older adults against scams. We do financial literacy workshops for teens. We really travel around the community, letting people know what's happening in the business community so that we can all spend our money wisely and be safe. And we offer things like scholarships to students. We have a Spark Award that we help young entrepreneurs. They can win money for their business. We're really trying to help grow the marketplace, help people find people that they can trust, and kind of do good in the community. It does mean a lot to me, and I can think a lot of that to my John Carroll background, honestly. But I have a lot of people here to help me, board members, other businesses. So it feels really good that I've been able to make an impact in the community and continue to do so. And what I want to do, that's a big question. What I really want to do is help younger consumers and businesses continue to grow. I think the marketplace is such a robust thing in Cleveland, and I want to continue to help kind of create a place where businesses can continue to grow and thrive here in our community and throughout Northeast Ohio and the surrounding communities. I think that's really important to me, is finding ways that we can help support younger businesses grow and just provide more and more resources to businesses. Technology is changing, and I think we have an opportunity to help businesses get connected to things that they might not normally have access to. I get a mentor. I had a really wonderful mentor when I was at John Carroll, who I'm still connected with today. Taking those opportunities to meet everyone that you can, network, meet people, that makes a huge difference when building your network, and that's going to help you in your career. I've spent most of my career in the nonprofit world, which is what I love, and I've met a lot of people through that, and you never know when those connections are going to come back to help you.
So the first one is, what was your freshman dorm at John Carroll?
I was in Satowski.
Satowski, okay.
It was all girls at the time.
Good to know. What is your first memory that comes to mind from JCU, whether it was, an event that you did? I know you've touched on a class that certainly had an impact. Was there a certain day or memory that comes to mind?
I actually always look back to, in one of my speech classes, we had to do a speech. It was supposed to be kind of comical, and it was the last speech of the year. It was in Dr. Miller's class. He retired. And I did mine on what was called the John Carroll Stare. And it was essentially about what it was like to be a John Carroll student at that time, especially a girl. So we all wore leggings and North Faces and Ugg boots. It was just a little bit of fun about what it was like walking around campus. So I have very fond memories of that class presentation.
That's great. Do you have a favorite professor you had at John Carroll, or maybe one that comes to mind?
Oh, a favorite professor. I think one of my I have a lot of favorite professors. And obviously I feel like we should shout out Dr. Welke, because of course I've known him since I was a kid, and
of course,
he's always a quintessential John Carroll professor. But I really enjoyed Dr. Scott Allen's classes, especially if you want to be a leader. They are incredibly great to learn about leadership and management through him.
Yeah, I also had one of Dr. Allen's classes when I was a senior at Carroll, and that certainly just made me look at things from a different lens. And I think that was his ultimate goal when he was teaching that class. Mm-hmm. Certainly very beneficial toward my perspective on how leadership exists in the current state that it is.
Yeah.
Outside of work and outside of your career, what are some of your favorite things to do?
Well, my husband and I like to go explore Cleveland, the new restaurants that are here. We live in Lorain County, so we like to go to the parks there. We like to go to the Cuyahoga National Valley Park and Peninsula. We are big coffee addicts, and we like to explore new coffee shops that open, art shows, museums, sporting events. I'm a big Cleveland sports fan. So anything that the city or community has, we like to do that and spend time with our friends and family and enjoy Northeast Ohio life.
That's great. I'm also a big Cleveland sports fan myself, and it's been great to see the Guardians go deep into the playoffs, and the Cavs, as it stands right now, are looking like one of the best teams in basketball. So
I know.
certainly fun times on the sports scene in Cleveland. Uh,
Absolutely.
Pam, the last question I have for you is maybe what's your message to the overall John Carroll community?
Oh, you're tricking me with this one. Let's see. Overall, go Blue Streaks. Men and women for others. Let's keep doing good and showing up for the Blue Streak community.
That's a great message. Pam, I want to thank you again for being our Young Alumni Spotlight. That's going to do it for us here. Blue Streak Nation, stay tuned. We have more content on the way. You can follow us at JCU Alumni on our social media platforms, John Carroll University Alumni Association on Facebook and on LinkedIn, I believe. And you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you're currently watching right now. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time for another edition of the Young Alumni Spotlight.